Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM Dumpster Fire. Today we are back to watch a Beachbody training, and this one is called Road to Elite in 2025. So, this is a training on how we can get to the elite rank next year. So, that's gonna be great. I don't think I covered a training from Beachbody or anything from Beachbody in a while, so that's what we're gonna do today. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. That's a nice way to support my channel. If you would like, there's no pressure, and let's just get into this video.
Okay, hopefully, I'm hoping you guys can see this. I got some nods from the waiting room. So I am excited to be hosting this call tonight. It is all about the road to elite. I was originally going to be co-leading this call with my coach, Beth, and she had some things come up this week. So I am just running with this call as she and I planned it. So if you don't know me, I know that we are a growing team. So I just want to really quickly introduce myself because I feel like we're growing and we're learning and leaning in to our all of the leadership on this team this year, probably more than we ever have. And this is how long have I been doing this? I think I've been doing this for 6 years. I think this is my seventh year as a coach with Bodi. And I love what we do. I have a background in marketing and advertising, and I have been doing this full time for the last 3.5 or 4 years. I am a mom of four. I am married. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, and I mean, I love what we do, you guys. I have hit premier. I've been a premier coach with Bodi. I've been an elite coach with Bodi, and I feel like the last couple of years has been really challenging. It was challenging for me in my personal life. It was challenging in, I think, in our business, but I can feel the energy on our team shifting. I feel it changing. And I think that's what we're doing. That's the energy that we are currently creating on our team and in this environment. So thank you guys for showing up on this call live. And thank you guys, those of you that are watching this back, for learning about what it is to be a body coach and what it means for this road to elite. And what is this? If you are new to body or new to even just paying attention to what it means to be following the road to elite, I want to just really go over the basics with you guys. If you have any questions about what it is as we're chatting about things, as I'm covering what it means for business starter to team builder, team leader, what it means to hit premier and elite, just the simple qualifications, pop them in the chat. I will do my best to get back to all of those at the end, just so I can stay focused and kind of go through things. And then as we talk through each one of those qualifications, I will check the chat and kind of see what questions you guys have. I am also going to explain the difference between what leadership points are and what ranking points are in the road to elite. It to me, I don't want to say I'm not super focused on the details, but it felt overwhelming and it felt like a lot to me to understand until I started creating those points in the back office. So if you feel overwhelmed by understanding, like, how do these points even add up? I don't understand, honestly. Even like they hit elite, I didn't totally understand. I had to ask a corporate mentor for help. So don't feel like if you don't get it, it's not just you, I promise. But my hope is that by going over these calls and trying to simplify things, those of us that have earned any kind of leadership or ranking points before can help you figure it out. So, um, to me, the road to elite is a really good guideline for us to stay on track in our business, right? Just like we follow a workout calendar. If you guys are doing dig deeper, ooh, I'm gonna let somebody in the waiting room. Yes, I can see it. Holler. Just like we are following that dig deeper workout calendar, and maybe you're following Portion Fix or you're following To Be Mindset. The reason that those work for me and that they probably work for you is because it's
Why is the road to elite important? It gives us something to strive for in our business with tactical steps on how to achieve. So, how to achieve those goals, but it doesn't really matter in an MLM because the majority of people are gonna fail. The majority of people are not going to profit. And I'm going to link the Bodi, or I keep saying Beachbody still, but it's called Bodi, their income disclosure statement in the description box below. So you can take a look and you can see that the majority of people are not making any profit. And they're not profiting not because they are not following these kind of tips or tricks or because they don't have tactical steps, or it's just because the business model is set up so that they're going to fail. It doesn't really matter. Like, you can only be successful if you have a big following that you can recruit into your Beachbody body team, or if you are joining early, which for Bodi is such an old MLM company, it's oversaturated. It doesn't matter how hard you work, it doesn't matter what tactical steps or advice you follow, you're most likely never going to profit from it. It's just a waste of your time and effort.
Less to think about, right? Like, it's hard showing up every day and going through a morning routine. And I'm reading this book right now called Good Habits, Bad Habits. And the science behind why habits work is because it takes the decision-making brain power, that's a lot of brain power to use every day. And we just start creating these habits that we start showing up and doing the things, right? That's why when you have a good morning routine, it works. That's why following a workout calendar works, because you have created the habit of showing up, and then you just check your paper and see where you're at. And then you do that action and you make it happen, right? That's why the business activity tracker works, for the same reason. So you don't have to think about what you're doing every day. You just have that time dedicated on your calendar. You show up, you check your paper, you check the boxes, right? To me, this gives you that, like, well, where is this going, right? This is that vision that you can create by using your business activity tracker daily. This is kind of like, well, where is this taking me? This road to elite is where that business activity tracker is taking you. And it gives you those tactical steps on how to achieve the goals that help you develop a well-balanced organization that in turn will help you earn a higher income and increased rank. There have been times in our business where those things haven't always aligned with each other. And I think right now they're aligned more than they ever have been in the 6+ years that I've been doing this. So if you are somebody that wants to earn more income,
For you personally or in general? What do you mean by that?
if you're somebody that wants to get on that stage with their rank advancement, paying attention to the road to elite will help you get there without wondering, like, how does it happen? This is how it happens, right? And if it's what's today? It's January 18th. So we're nearly 3 weeks into the year. You've probably set goals for this year. And maybe if you're like me, you're like, what specific, but what is that, right? Like, I want to hit elite, but what does that mean? How many people does that mean? How many total solution packs does that mean, right? And this kind of helps you figure out tactically what that means. And I'm a very goal-driven person. I haven't always been. This business has helped create that for me because it's helped simplify things for me. And Andrew Carnegie said, I love this quote. This is something I have written in a notebook. If you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hopes. As Josh Coates would say, he calls them like puke goals, like having goals that are big, that make you think about things. It's more than just showing up and going through the motions. It's showing up with intention and showing up working towards a direction that you want. And the road to elite gives you that direction, and the goals that you have give you that momentum and the motivation to show up and show up and show up and show up, right? So let's get started on the first step in the road to elite. And this is new. We used to have Success Starter that was designed for new partners. And this is the first step on the road to elite that is eligible for everybody. So no matter what your rank was, is, what you want it to be, the first milestone on the road to elite is Business Starter. And your minimum rank requirements for Business Starter are to be an Emerald rank, which is a solid goal for any new partner. And, no matter what your rank is, I feel like it's important for us as we grow to go Emerald again and again and again, right? We always have that goal, if we're growing our business and growing our team, that we hit Emerald every single month, or maybe a couple times a month, depending on what your long-term business goals are. Leadership points, you have to have one leadership point, and I'll get to that and how you earn those leadership points. And you have to achieve Success Club one time the entire year, right? And your volume on your week leg needs to be 250 plus for 5 consecutive weeks. So that's something that you can kind of go back in your back office and figure out. It's also something that over the course of 5 weeks, you could probably look in your back office and see, like, if you don't know which leg is your strong leg or your weak leg, just go in and add it up and it will tell you. They might change if your legs are pretty even. The good thing is when you hit these goals in your back office, when you hit your Road to Elite qualification, it gives you a check mark, not that month, but the following month. So
I'd actually love to see what this looks like, that thing, because it seems to be easy to use, useful maybe to reps, like if they can see if things get checked out when they do, but it's still like it doesn't matter because the majority of them are never gonna achieve this.
The year goes on, you're able to, if you haven't tracked it yourself, you can go back in and not have to go in and like do all the math yourself. Sometimes it'll just kind of populate in there for you. Next slide. Team Builder is the next step on the Road to Elite. And Team Builder, your minimum rank requirement is a diamond. And I'll remind you guys what a diamond is when we get into that couple slides with the visual. But a diamond is having 4 partners underneath you, 4 on your right, 4 on your left, and having an emerald partner on each one of those legs as well. So that minimum requirement of diamond, once you hold that for 6 weeks and you have 15 leadership points and you have your own new business starter. So not only are you a diamond partner, you have also started developing partners underneath you. So as a new partner, you're going to do this already as you're building your business. But for somebody that's already hit diamond before your current rank of diamond, for you to hit Team Builder, you'll have to develop a new emerald this year, or a new business starter, which is that emerald, helping them get their leadership point, helping them hit Success Club, which is what we're trying to do anyways, right? This is just simplifying it for us to kind of help you see how simple this can be, right? Like, we don't need to complicate what this business is. It's you having success as a business starter, then you growing to diamond and helping somebody else have the same success that you just did, right? That's all that it is.
Majority of people never get to profit from an MLM. So, I mean, the majority of people that are watching this call, this training from her, it's useless to them because they're never gonna do it. And I'm not sure if she's even gonna, she's kind of just explaining what you need. I'm not sure if she's gonna give any tips. I didn't watch this earlier, so I'm not sure if she's gonna give us some kind of tips later on how we can actually get to where she's talking about. I don't know, we'll see.
And as you grow, your weak leg volume will naturally grow. And to hit that Team Builder qualification, you have that minimum requirement of 750 volume. For Team Leader, your points and your new business starters just go up a little bit. So you're still a diamond. You have to hold that for 6 weeks. Your leadership points are up to 30. You have now developed 2 business starters, new business starters, and your 2,000 in total leg volume.
Is it just me, or did she not explain what leadership points are? I mean, it would be really helpful if she explained to people what exactly all those mean before she said, oh, well, you need to have 30 leadership points. It would be like, well, okay, but how do I do that? What are those points, you know?
Over the course of 5 weeks. And just, I don't think I said this at first. It's not having 5,000 volume every week for 5 weeks. It's over the course of 5 weeks that volume adds up to be 2,000. And it can be 5 weeks over the entire year. So if it's not the average over the course of the year, it's as soon as you have your first 5 weeks of 2,000 total volume in your weak leg, that box is checked for the rest of the year. For Premier, this is, you guys, this is where you will start seeing those partners on social media that they get the calls from corporate. But this is like that big shiny thing that we see on social media. But these 3 steps before are the ones that they worked their butts off and focused on and did time and time and time again before this happened, right? So even if you've never hit Premier, you've never hit Elite, this comes after those other things. So you will be a 1-star diamond. You're balanced leadership points. And that just means that as you earn leadership points, I'll explain those in a couple slides here, that they're balanced with 40 in your acquisition volume, 50 for your personally sponsored success club. I'll explain what that is if you're like, what? This is where my brain starts like checking out a little bit because you're like, I don't know what those columns are. That's weird. And you have personally sponsored Success Club coaches, and you also hit Success Club. I'll get there, don't worry. Listen, once you get here, you will understand this. It's kind of like you don't need to know until you need to know. You'll figure it out. I promise. It's not complicated.
Most of the people are never gonna get there. Most of the people are on the bottom rank, earning $490 per year on average. So $10 on low as well.
Once those check boxes start filling in. And you have 3 new business starters or 1 new diamond. Your volume is now up to 3,000 on week leg over 5 consecutive weeks. So you can just see it's just trending upwards. That's all. But again, as your organization grows, all of this will grow. So if there's something that you want to focus on, it's focusing on the basics of you're developing emeralds, right? That's why the business starters develop 3 emeralds. If you want to hit Premier, focus on helping your partners go emerald and helping them help somebody else go emerald, right? Like that's where I see the basics of you're hitting Success Club. It's the base of our business. You're helping your partners hit Success Club and go emerald and repeat. And that's it. And the more that you hit emerald and you help your partners go emerald, the higher your rank grows in general, and the higher you will get on the road to elite, the further you'll go on the road to elite. This is the elite leader this year. This is one of the bigger changes that I saw, and actually I'm quite excited about it. As somebody that's hit elite and was a lot in my head the last couple of years not hitting elite, there used to be a requirement that you had to be a 5-star diamond, a paid 5-star diamond to be elite, and they have changed that this year to be a 2-star diamond plus, holding that for 6 consecutive weeks, which is a really big deal. And for somebody that, you know, I love mentoring my team. I love growing with them. And I haven't had every single person that I've helped hit diamonds stay with me forever. So I'm excited this to me is them saying like, man, let's focus on getting.
I would love to know how many people, why did you say every single person? That sounds like you had a bunch of people hit diamond, but obviously they didn't stay for 6 consecutive weeks. How many people did you actually help hit that star diamond? I would love to know because it's probably not many. And why did they leave? If it's so great and they were earning good money on that, why did they leave when they were so high up? I'd be curious to know. Did they leave to another MLM? What happened there?
New partners into our organization. New energy, new momentum, right? Your leadership points go up to 100. You have either 4 business starters or 2 new diamonds. So that means that if you are a current 2-star diamond partner or you're a 1-star or diamond, you can either develop 2 new partners to get that 2-star, or if you are a 2-star or above, you only need to develop 4 new business starters. Regardless, the goals are the same. We're helping our partners develop as in hitting Success Club because they need to hit Success Club and develop an emerald partner, right? So your volume goes up to 5,000. And then I want to talk about how do we earn these points, right? This is where this is like the nitty gritty in your back office that I feel like feels challenging until you start seeing those numbers fill in. And my suggestion to you is the elite report usually comes out the third Friday of the month, third Thursday, kind of depending. So in a few weeks, when your first elite report comes out from January, and you might actually, so I think you can go back and see what December's is, just so you can kind of play around with it. The numbers and the qualifications are different. But we earn these points in different categories and they mean different things. So the leadership points are for every 500 volume produced by your personally sponsored partners. So anybody that you have enrolled this year, if they anything that they personally purchase or sell goes towards that 500 volume, and customers and preferred customers who place their first ever order with us this year, which means, and once all of those volumes of the orders enter five or reach 500, then that kind of rolls over into 1 point. I feel like we're a little more familiar with this concept than we used to be because of the way that now once you earn 125 volume from new customers or new preferred customers, you could get 1 Success Club point. So we're kind of used to tracking that new volume a little bit. But I think the question that I used to have, or one of the questions I had, was if you have a customer that you signed up in 2020, if they upgraded to a partner or preferred customer in 2024, they will count for your volume for this year because they're no longer a customer. They have upgraded to a partner or preferred customer. So for every 500 points, you earn 1 point. Every 500 volume, you earn 1 point. Now the SC+1 column is a leadership point for every partner that you have that enrolled this year who earns their first Success Club points within their first 2 months. So if you signed up a new partner in January and they sell a total solution pack or Shakeology or anything that earns them their first Success Club point, you get a Success Club point, or I'm sorry, you get a leadership point in your leadership point column.
Yeah, but look, like this sentence, it never ends. At first I was like, well, for every new partner that joins or that you recruit, but then it goes on, who earns their first Success Club point in their first 2 months. So not only do they have to earn that Success Club point or sell Shakeology or whatever, it has to be within the 2 months, their first 2 months. Starts off nice, you're like, oh, every new recruit, and then you're like, oh no, every new recruit that sells something, oh okay, every new recruit that sells something within 2 months though. Way to make it easy for people.
Does that make sense?
No.
In addition to that, every time you have a partner that's either, this is a very broad category. Any of your partners that are new in 2023 or 2024, or did not qualify for Success Club in 2023, if any of your partners in that category hit Success Club and you hit Success Club, you also earn a leadership point. So, wait, I lied. Has nothing to do with you hitting Success Club. They just have to hit Success Club and then you earn the leadership point. I think I'm understanding that correctly. We used to get bonus points. So does this make sense up to this? I see one.
What you mean, does this make sense? You don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you're getting confused with all this crap, all this system that's not simple at all, in my opinion.
In the chat. Oh, I love that quote. Okay, yay. This is simple, confusing. How do you guys feel about this? No questions. Oh, yes, Laura.
Leave it to me to always have questions.
I'm here.
In the past, in order to get Success Club Starter, you had to do it within 3 to 4 months. 3 months to get a free ticket to Summit, and then the 4th month you got to be in, a test group. Is that the same now for this business starter, or do you know?
Those are 2 different things. And
Okay.
with the adjustment of Summit, I haven't seen any updates on a Summit ticket or Success Starter. As far as I know, the Success Starter column has gone away for right now. But
Okay.
for me and for you and for people that have an existing team, I think this is kind of a good thing as far as being able to earn leadership points.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if that business starter was in a specific time frame, because I thought you had said business starter has replaced Success Club starter. So that's why I was thinking.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, so I probably misspoke when I was comparing the two of them.
Okay.
Just saying that the Success starter is no longer.
Okay.
So that's how we earn leadership points.
Just move on from that question as soon as possible. Well done, Laura, for asking questions. I hope Laura is out by now, out of Beachbody.
Oh, one moment, because I'm missing a slide. Bear with me. This isn't awkward at all. But I need this slide because I need to show you how you earn ranking points. So I'm just going to send this to myself really quickly and pull it up. Can you guys see this? The ranking points?
No, we see how to stay on track.
Okay, I'm going to share it one more time. Okay, how about now?
Yep.
Ranking points. Okay. So Success Starter is here. So ranking points are, in addition to your uncapped leadership points, you earn ranking points with the following. Business starters, anybody that you develop that hits that emerald and earns their business starter, you earn 5 points. Success starter, so if you have your partner that earns Success Club, their first 3, I guess, earn Success Club 3 out of their first 6 months, you get 30 points for that. Team builder, you earn 50 points. Team leader, 70 points. If you develop a premier leader, 90 points, an elite leader, 100 points. So these ranking points are not in that 100 points that you need, for example, to hit elite. They are the ranking points for like the top 10, the top 50, the top 100 partners, if that makes any sense. So these don't qualify you on the road to elite. They help your ranking as far as like where you stack up against other partners. But okay, I'm gonna have to go back into this other thing and then share my screen again and pull it back up. Okay. Can you guys see this now? Okay, great. So on these points, is this making more sense for you on the 15, the leadership points, on how you guys earn the leadership points to hit all of this stuff? Okay. So these balanced leadership points is those 40 max for the APV, those points that you earn when your partners hit Success Club, or I'm sorry, the APV is when your new partners, new success, new preferred customers and new customers place orders on all of the volume that they develop. The 50 PV max, or the
She's at the top, she's elite, and she doesn't even know. Like, she keeps saying the wrong stuff over and over again, and I feel like that's really exhausting and confusing when you're new, when you're trying to learn this. The fact that she misspeaks so much, but also I don't blame her for misspeaking so much because it's so confusing. It's such a confusing system to me. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
Success Club, PS Success Club, you earn, and then the PS plus 1 Success Club. So those are the balance for the different columns. And here's where I feel like it gets to be hard to track. because there's a lot of places that you can be earning these points from. But depending on what your goals are for the year, I have these trackers. I've pulled them from another leadership thread that I think are really good. They've just been updated this year. But they're good trackers to have that I would just look at every month at the end of the month to see how you're doing. So if you have a goal of hitting diamond or star diamond or hitting elite or premier, or maybe you're like, I'm brand new, I want to start with the business starter and see where that goes, then kind of start with one of these trackers and give yourself a goal date. I feel like we should all have a goal date of when's the next time we're going to go emerald? When's the next time you're going to sign up 2 partners? And then when you kind of figure out and you get in a groove, then it gives you something to track and go back on. So if you know, like, okay, I do want to hit elite, I do want to hit premier, it gives you time. You have time to set an emerald date and to set a diamond date, and then figure out how you can adjust how you're showing up. So this is a great tracker for reflecting on how the month went. I think in combination with using the Success Club activity tracker, it kind of helps you figure out, okay, what did my work look like over the last 4 weeks in comparison with the results that I got, and where can I adjust? That's where I think the combination of those two can work really well together. But if this is new to you, if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what this is, what are these different things? I made these a little bigger on the other screen just because I know that they were very small. But this is the basic structure of an emerald, of having that one partner on each side, of helping you hit Success Club, earning your leadership point, your week leg volume, and it comes with a little tracker for you and holding emerald for 6 weeks. And this is your elite tracker. So you might be starting with this one and then kind of switching over as you adjust, but it also depends on where you're at in your current business. Your business might be producing a lot of volume right now. Your business might be producing no volume right now, right? So I think it kind of depends on where you're at, but start with this business starter checklist. Pick your date of when you're going to go emerald and when you want to hit this business starter, because it's not just you hitting emerald, right? It also has to do with you earning a leadership point, which means you're helping somebody else, and you are developing somebody else. You also earn that leadership point by developing a certain number of volume, right? So I know that my phone is buzzing. I know that this week leg volume, I get questions on a lot from my team. Do you guys have questions about that? Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. I'm going to post these trackers on the team page where I saw your message. I'll put those in the thread too. So they're helpful, I feel like, just to kind of gauge where everything is. I know this was a lot of information that I covered in like 30 minutes. How do you guys feel? Just out of curiosity, because I have some of you guys on here live, what goals do you guys have as far as, do you have an emerald date that you have? Do you have a diamond goal date, or a business builder, a business leader? I want to see some goals in the chat.
All right, there's only like 3 minutes left, and I don't think we need to hear from other people and their goals and dates and stuff. There was a lot of information, and I personally feel like the system is really confusing, and that she was confused as well, kind of like explaining. And then obviously, if someone who's trying to teach you something is misspeaking all the time and using the wrong names and terms, it's gonna get confusing to you as well. But maybe that's just me and this heat get into my head and I just can't focus. I probably missed out on commenting a bunch, so you guys call it out please below. It always helps. We're in this together. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. You're a trooper. I do appreciate that. And big shout out to all my channel members, and don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to support my channel. That's a nice free way to do that, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.